Okay, so my mother has passed away. I found her, not an obituary, but I did find a death notice. They're probably not going to put out an obituary for her. She passed away on February 1st. She was 59 years old. I don't know the cause of death. I know that I'm going to receive criticism and judgment for any reaction I give. If I cry, you're going to say that I'm just faking it. If I don't cry, you're going to say that I'm a cold-hearted bitch that never cared. There is no pleasing you people. So I am dealing with this on my own by walking miles and miles and destroying my legs. It's fine. It's what I do. But I do want to mention a couple of things. One thing, I found out my mother passed away through YouTube comments that were harassing me about whether I would go after her inheritance on the day she died. And I've been told that my sisters have done interviews, which you would think there would be more important things to do literally the week that your mother passes away, but that's them. I'm not going to watch them. I'm not watching any of the videos Kathy has put up. I know that they're going to come out and they're going to be angry and vindictive and spiteful. They're upset and they're hurting right now, and the only way they know how to deal with their pain is to attack the family scapegoat. And unfortunately, that's me. So there's going to be a lot of hate directed at me from my family. I'm used to it. It doesn't make it okay. I fully believe that my family sacrificed my mother. They sacrificed her to maintain the lies that they have been passing. Because the last I heard, she was dying from either liver or kidney failure. I offered a liver or a kidney. I have 2 kidneys, I could give up one. And I have a good liver. They could take half of it and the other half would grow back inside of me. That's how livers work. I'm not even drinking anymore. Like the drinking lasted 1 month and then I was done with it because I realized that I hate it. I hate it. I hate what it did to her. I offered a life-saving organ, and all I wanted in exchange for it was for her to have a conversation with me, an honest, validating conversation with her child. And I don't even know if they ever informed her of that offer. I don't know if they ever went to her and say, "Hey, Mom, so Mary's willing to give you an organ if you'll talk to her." I get the feeling that they took that offer and they just put it aside because it meant that somebody would be telling the truth, and they couldn't have that. So they just sacrificed her. And they'll sacrifice anybody else in this family that turns on them, that gets sick, can't take care of themselves, needs help. They'll shove them in a nursing home and let them die and then turn on them and turn their backs and forget them. Kathy spent 30 years pretending my mother no longer existed while she was being beat by my father. It was easier for her to just forget she was alive than to be aware every night that she was being beat. And I guess now it's going to be easier for her to just tell herself that Katrina was going to die anyways, and that life-saving organ would not have helped. She was only 59 years old. Don't tell me a 30-year-old liver or kidney would not have helped her. I don't buy it. And before y'all even come saying, well, you wouldn't have been able to donate anyway. You have to have tests and done. I'm a universal donor and I'm her child. There was a pretty good chance if she had just talked to me, if my family had let her know that it was an option. And now she's gone. And there is no way to change that. What can I say, you know? She had a hard life. She had a hard life when she was married. She had a hard life as a child, whether people will admit it or not. Me and my mother had a lot of trouble. We did not agree. We did not bond. I was a traumatic birth for her. I was born in a car and then immediately taken away by my grandmother. It was traumatic. And we didn't bond, and we never will. And that doesn't mean that I have no feelings for her. It simply means that I don't feel like she is my mother. And that's something that I have to kind of deal with on my own. All I can say now is that I hope her next life is better. I believe in reincarnation. I believe that we all come back as something else, and my hope is that my mother comes back as a kitten or a tiger, because she liked tigers, but as a kitten she would be taken care of by a family. So I guess that's kind of what I wish for all of us, though, that we all come back as cats. Maybe that's why we're being overrun by cats.